want viewers. See, okay, so the other reason why I don't really want to get into MOBAs, and like I had this problem with Dark Souls and some other games. I don't want to play something that's like wildly outside my genre. So like RPGs, strategy games, roguelikes, kind of tough games are all good examples. And like Saturday is a great is like a great day for exceptions. But if I start streaming like Heroes of the Storm extensively, and like this is a serious problem when growing a YouTube, Twitch channel, whatever. Say I actually get really well known for Heroes of the Storm. Effectively, people are going to keep expecting me to play one type of game, MOBAs, especially Heroes of the Storm. And so, like, there might be some amount of crossover if I play LoL, Smite, or whatever. Especially if I did, like, a good series on it and, like, did it well and did my research. Unfortunately, if I get, like, really... Hey, there we go. Finally, Dracul Blood. Unfortunately, if, you know, if I were to get, like, really... Oh, shoot. Well, there was a thing. If I were to get, like, really into Heroes of the Storm right now, you know, triple in size overnight and stuff like that, effectively, I would have to become a pure Heroes of the Storm only channel. This is actually super obvious if you ever go back and look at, like, Yogscast, though I think Yogscast managed to diversify fairly well. But, Minecraft, if people have heard of Minecraft, they're, like, a fairly large YouTube group, that was, like, Minecraft only for the longest time. And then, like, a number of members have quit or moved on to other games and whatnot. And, like, you take a look at their, like, overall metrics, and it's effectively, Minecraft videos get, like, 4 times as many views as anything else. And it's just, like, this is really hard to, it's really hard to kind of run a channel that way, especially if you're not, like, super stoked about the genre. There's some YouTuber I know personally that, like, really got stuck in a genre. I guess, I mentioned Dragast, I think, in another video, when asked about the new Ark game. But Dragast effectively ended up getting, like, heavily pigeonholed straight into, the survival genre, which it doesn't mind too much, but is one of those where it's just like, imagine if, you know, you only have a passing interest and then somehow you make it big with the game. Suddenly, either you give up and disappoint a lot of people, or either you know, you give up and disappoint a lot of people, or you just accept it and effectively sell yourself, sell out. Unfortunately, I'm kind of stuck. Okay, I don't think I'm going to be able to get enough... Yeah, I'm still not going to be able to get enough money to open one of those things up. Oh, hey, got it. Perfect. Let's see. Do I ever play an RP, like a written RPG? Like as in, like, forum-based role-playing? Oh, man, that is a story and a half, actually. But, like, I don't know. Smite would be fun. I think there are a lot of games that would be fun for, like, Saturday as, like, non-committal stuff. But I don't think I'm ever going to do, like, a major series on any of the major MOBAs, just because I feel like I'd end up way too pigeonholed. But so... do I ever play, like, forum-based RPs? Yeah? Oh, man, that almost feels like it should be a story for, like, another day. But I guess I can kind of talk about it, and maybe I'll talk about it more later, just because I'm talking about other stuff today. But I actually used to do a lot of forum RPing before really a whole lot of other stuff on the internet. One of my friends... Oh, shoot. What was it called? Probably shouldn't have gotten a bunch of those harps. Should have saved my money. Oh well, at this point I'm swimming in money, so I don't think I have to worry about it too much. It was a Zelda forum. And, like, Legend of Zelda, I don't even know. But, so, it was supposed to be, like, a Zelda fan forum. But there were only, I want to say about, like, 13, 14 people that were ever on the thing, and they were all kind of friends from before the forum even existed. It's kind of one of those, like, small online communities that really doesn't exist for the game, the original impetus, but still exists because everybody is friends and, you know, hangs out and stuff like that. And I don't remember exactly why I stopped posting. I think I just got busy. Maybe I went to college. Don't remember why. But so, after a certain point, we decided to set up a group. Now, for frame of reference, I was only part of the forum because one of my good friends at the time was a member, a very, very active member of the forum. He's like, yeah, come hang out. You know, it's a lot of fun over here. And me having nothing better to do, as a, I mean, as a hermit. I really am kind of a hermit. I was like, okay, this sounds fun. And then somewhere along the way, they're like, alright, let's do an RP. Well, what's an RP? Well, RP is, like, effectively you just kind of say what you do. There's no, like, real rules apart from kind of agreed upon stuff and, you know, outside discussions on whether or not something is allowed. And it's like, okay. And that's about the easiest way I can explain what, like, an RP is. But so, we got chests over here. Don't really open up a whole lot of chests here. Because unfortunately, they only have, like, basic items. I really wish chests actually had a higher chance of giving you some of the better stuff. Look at how the lights are just freaking out like crazy. Okay, but so, decide to do an RP. And I don't remember exactly the character I played, but we had... God. I don't really think there was... I don't think anybody was playing as Link. It was supposed to be, like, sort of Zelda-themed, but it was, like, we very quickly got, like, wildly off-topic, and, like, Ganondorf, I think, was a character, occasionally, and, like, Zelda and Link were sort of a thing every once in a while, but it was, like, tangentially Zelda at best, and that's the easiest way I can put it. But, so, my character effectively was Gandalf, but, like, crazy Gandalf that may or may not have actually been a wizard or a shape-shifting robot. I don't know. I never really... Like, the character was mad nebulous. And that's kind of what I enjoyed about him. Because I could just kind of switch between whatever. As everybody else was, like, super generic. Like, one guy legitimately was just Sasuke. Like, one-for-one Sasuke from Naruto. And if you don't know that, effectively just mopey-ass kid that has, like, issues with his whole family dying. Which, I mean, I can almost sympathize with it, except for the fact that it's overdone to the point of you end up hating the character extensively. Dracul Blood is managing to keep us alive against these guys. That's good. But so, character was like Sasuke 1-for-1. Now, there was only one girl on the forum that I know of, and she was... I don't know if she actually was, like, interested in the dude, but, like, effectively every single time we did anything on the forum, she was madly in love with the Sasuke guy, and it's just like, alright, I mean, fine, do your thing. But it was just always kind of weird for the rest of us. Actually, I think I heal being inside this guy. Come here. I want to fight you. I want to be inside of you, cube creature. I want to be inside of all of you. Get back here. Get back here. Oh shit, that actually really hurts. Note to self, don't be inside that thing. Maybe it's just a matter of, like, intent. If I enter it, I don't take damage. If it enters me, I take damage. This sounds really, really strange, but whatever. And I get more scatter shot. Okay, this is good. I should probably actually collect the money before I already did. Huh, okay. But so, you know, it was kind of ingrained tropes here and there. My friend himself was playing as, like, a time traveler from the future, but he was also a furry. So that was kind of interesting to deal with. And unfortunately, like, you get a lot of subplots as a result of RPing. And so my friend that brought me to the forum effectively kept trying to derail it so that the plot would suddenly be about him. And literally no one was interested in dealing with it. So at one point he, like, started just writing his own plot and, like, involving our characters as though they were actually involved. And at one point we had to sit him down and tell him, just like, no, you know what? No, we didn't do any of these things. I don't know what your character's doing, but it's not that. Because we didn't go to the future again. Because, like, I want to say, like, a third of the way through the book, we went, like, 500 years in the future. Which, of course, was, like, nonsense and ridiculous. But then, like, I want to say, like, around the halfway mark, my friend was like, let's go to the future again. So, like, further into the future. And it's like, what? Why? Here's where, like, all the shit we quote-unquote need to be doing is. Why would we go to the future more? And he's like, but that's where my future is. And it's just like, nobody wants to go to your future. Apparently everybody there is furries, and we don't want to deal with that kind of stuff. But, you know what? That's what my friend did. And I don't even know. But so, after a certain while, like, that kind of stabilized. I actually really don't remember the overall plot, apart from the fact that my character, I think, was the main villain, but nobody ever realized it, up until the very end, at which point I think I started killing people. With, you know, their permission, of course, because I finally convinced them that, you know, this is how things should be. I think in the end my character ended up getting like shanked to death. Kind of by the equivalent of, oh shoot, if you've ever seen V for Vendetta when he locked up the person to kind of prove his point. Locked up, shoot. The actress that plays Princess Amidala, I'm terrible with names. But so if she had just came out of there and started shanking the shit out of him, that's effectively what happened to me, which I thought was a hilarious way to kind of take out the villain and very non-standard, because I always get like very, very grumpy in stories if people just give me like a generic response, you know, stereotypical whatever. But no, it was a lot of fun to do forum RPs, and I haven't done it again, just because it was such a massive time sink, and honestly, I almost want to say like Stars Align style, where you run into a bunch of people that are actually willing to put this sort of thing together. I think there were like 600-700 pages worth of story here. Like just forum posts and like paragraphs upon paragraphs. And like I don't think I will ever get to the point I don't think I will ever get to the point in my life where I can get like a group of people that are that dedicated to a stupid ass story again. But it was fine. It was fun for the time being. Let's see. Yeah, it makes me want to play D&D again. I actually ordered the Core 3 rulebooks for D&D. So once they come in, which unfortunately the player's handbook is like back ordered until July, because Wizards of the Coast is not printing nearly enough of them. I've been to Barnes & Nobles and they're like, yeah, we can't get any either. I was like, well, this is ridiculous. Hey, drill, so we can actually dig through things. That's like 4 levels too late. But so I might actually be starting a D&D campaign sometime soon. I've mentioned this many a time, but I'll probably mention it more often as we get closer to that date. Let's see if we can actually dig through this thing. It's wow. Even with the drill, it's comically hard to dig through everything. Okay. But I don't know. D&D is a lot of fun, and I would love to play it again. Hey, speaking of drills, how much is it? Actually, not that expensive. Time to buy all of them. Digging forever. Let's see if I can get more money. I might be able to get enough. I usually do actually get a fair amount of money per level and stuff like that. What is my favorite horror RPG? Horror RPG. I don't think I've ever played a horror RPG. I don't actually like horror that much. Usually the writing is kind of stereotypical and boring. I think I've grand total of like half of an Outlast Let's Play, and like that one really, really bad horror game that I got sent a review copy for months and months ago that I never actually ended up putting up on my YouTube channel, but I streamed and just effectively had kind of like a crazy fest going, which is actually a lot of fun, but it was just like, but so favorite horror RPG. I'm trying to think of like horror anything that I've played. Like the only thing that counts as like horror in any way, shape, or form that I think I've ever actually even played to completion, it has been Dead Space. Never an RPG, never anything. I'd love to play like Call of Cthulhu at some point, but I mean, I don't even have the core rulebooks for D&D, and generally would rather do D&D first. Oh, well, there we go. Let's see, Vampire Bloodlines. All right, that's kind of a good one. No, but I would love to do a lot of like actual tabletop RPGs at some point. Unfortunately, like the YouTubeization of that sort of thing, or streaming it in general, would be difficult to work with, to say the least. But it's kind of one of those where it's like I'm probably willing to put forward the effort at some point. It's just a matter of time. Hey, more Dracul blood. I like Dracul blood. That's going to keep me alive way better than anything else. I feel like the Vigor Beetle has stopped working to the extent that it used to. But maybe that's just because I haven't been very vigorous, RDR, about killing large masses of creatures. No, I want to say it's not as if. Holy shit, this is a lot of rock people. Oh, they do lots and lots of damage. I really need the bomb defusal armor. Oh, ooh. Jin Zephyrhorn. If I can find those in a shop, I'm going to be really happy. Let's get out of here. Silent Hill. Yeah, I've never played Silent Hill. I've never... I mean, I've played through a little bit of... Resident Evil 6, which some people watch, but I mean, that game's a complete joke. I played through all of Darkside Chronicles, but that's a light gun shooter, so that doesn't even count as horror. So I guess the only other horror game that I can think of playing is Eldritch, which is, I mean, ridiculous and not really horror either. It just freaks me out because everything's creepy looking and stuff like that. Okay. But no, never really got into the horror genre. Really at all. I kind of like to, but, well, hey, here we go. Oh shoot, I'm locked in. Gotta find out where the entrance is. Here we go. That's easy enough. Hopefully I can find some more shops. I'm getting lots and lots of money. It's one of those where, at this point, I barely level, so money seems to be kind of the more crucial thing along the way here. And seeing as I've got so many resplendent vials, I got 11 of them. Money is kind of a non-object either. Hey, I've actually got a key directly next to the portal, so I don't have to worry about really anything now. And I've actually got drills, so I can dig through. Holy shit, I almost died. I can dig through the level. And note to self, don't get touched by anything. I'm supposed to have a shield, but I don't think it's working. I feel like there are a number of things that should be... that whatever that is over there did not want to die for mysterious reasons. And that's kind of scary. Okay, time to leave. Sort of. Let's just hang back here. Yeah, no, the Vigor Beetle at this point has given up. We've been stuck at 199 health for a long time now. I wonder if it's like kind of a maximum health gain per level. That would be kind of an interesting situation. I do a lot of damage to this guy. Like, I'm seeing thousands and thousands of damage being done. Oh, okay, those saw blade things can in fact do damage to me. Good to know. And he's dead. I'm really hoping I can get burst fire along the way. Huh. Hey, Saffron. How's it going? Don't stay up too late on my account. Everything always goes up on YouTube anyway. Almost everything anyway. Let's see. So what do we... Oh, hello. This is the shop worth shopping at. Money! Take it all! Alright, so now we've just gotten 5 more hero blades and a bunch of clutches of iron. So now we've got, like, crazy 10 damage. Of course, we've just taken a fair amount ourselves, so... Ooh. Getting a bunch of Jin Zephyr horns. If I can get a bunch of them, we're going to be shitting swords. Because we're not jackhammering right now. And the jackhammer is way more effective at just shitting swords on everything. Which, I mean, it's kind of a ridiculous phrase when you think about it, but you know what? I don't think very hard about what I say. Sometimes I end up saying the wrong thing. It happens. It's life. These guys do not want to die. They're very, very tough stone people. Let's just leave before they decide to hop on Pop. Because this Pop, well, he's gonna pop. Okay. Let's see. Hoping to catch some Vagante, perhaps. Unfortunately, Saffron, I start with Vagante, and I'm probably not going to be going back to it tonight, just owing to time constraints. Because that's always, like, my first game that I play for the night, and then everything else is... then it's usually, you know, everything else from there. Don't really care what it plays. Okay, that's good. It's been a journey's watching since episode 1. Yeah, at some point I should maybe sit down and actually watch myself throughout a whole series. I've never actually watched a full episode of my own Let's Plays, I think. I guess with the exception of, like, Gmod multiplayer stuff. Because multiplayer stuff, I always notice the nuance that I miss while I was too busy, you know, playing the damn game. You know, whatever game it was. But solo stuff, I don't think I've ever actually sat down and watched, like, a whole episode of anything. Which, I mean, I guess it makes sense. I lived it. I lived it live. I did it. So why would I want to watch myself? Jeez, these lights are freaking out like crazy. Almost want to put an epilepsy warning on these videos from then on. Okay. Let's just keep wiping out. Yeah, I have not dropped a single frame all night. That is a good feeling. I wonder if it's just Tuesday nights are cursed. Probably. Okay. No, sorry about that. It's also one of those where I had like an hour-and-a-half run, so it's just like, Playing too much Vagante just ends up with Wanderbot being like tired. Tired and uncooperative. Okay. Let's see, we're not stuck in here. This is actually working out great. You are coming on way too fast, which is kind of problematic. This is also probably the longest. We are 5,000 from we are 5,000 from cycle 2. This is actually really cool. We might actually make it to cycle 2. We might actually be able to get our hands on a golden gun at long last. Because I think they re-enabled them. I hope they re-enabled them, because that would be cool as well. Daily saltiness. Yeah. I don't know. I think this. The way I organized my nights is start with the salty games, switch over to the more relaxing, fun ones that, you know, I don't get super salty over. So, you know, this game, Witcher. Oh shit, you do a lot of damage. You do a lot of damage, but I want to live. I want to live desperately. Let's just keep getting homesick shards, because they're a good means of defense. I'm noticing it's actually kind of nice how bright it is on these later levels. Usually it's like super dark, but today it feels like being bright enough for me. I wonder if they rebalanced it so that the dark levels are actually more randomized. Okay. Because I find if I play like salt-based games later on in the night, I actually get like, I'm too tired to really want to deal with it. So I end up just getting like cranky and not even talking. Which makes me sad. Like, oh shoot, was it the week before I went on vacation? It was one of those where, hello. It was one of those where I was trying to record, like, Catacomb Kids at, like, 4 in the morning, and that was just a complete nightmare. It wasn't, like, the worst commentary I've ever had, but I was, like, going back to listen to it, and I was just like, wow, I really just did not want to talk. I was just angry. Which I guess some people appreciate, but at the same time, okay. There's not a whole lot of level left here, is there? Nope, not so much, though. Okay. Maybe I will finally open one of these chests. Looks like a disco light show. You know what? Let's fix this disco light show issue. No disco light show for anybody. And apparently it's still well lit despite the fact that I've destroyed everything. Okay, that kind of works. Let's get our jumps back. I really wish there was like a jump meter. Actually, oh man, if there was like a Tower of Gun style jump meter on the right side of the screen, that would actually be great. Okay. Do we have the money yet, or do I have to bring it to the next floor with me? I'm gonna have to bring it to the next floor with me. That's not so bad. It's actually easy to dig down. We might have enough by the time we're done with this level. Ooh, wow, look at those big-ass gems coming for me. Oof. Okay. And now's a good time for leaving. Yes? Yes. Perfect. Oh, and of course there's more things to spend money on. Never mind, then. I don't care about... Oh, shit. The price on that is absurd. I wonder if it, like... I don't understand. But apparently that sword was, like, 15... you know, 1.5 grand. That's not cool. I'm not spending my money on that many swords. I've already got 16... Oh, it's probably because I got 16 of them. Either that or it's just randomized. I don't know. Still, I don't think I need any more of these swords. If I could get a bunch of Jin Zephyr horns, that'd be great. Whoa, I've got 10 wind leaves. When that happened? Were they ever in a shop, or am I just, like, imagining things? I don't even know. I don't even know. Oh, good night, Jellium. Have a good one. Jellium? I didn't even... Never actually figured out if it was a hard eye or a squiggly eye. Ooh, you do not want to... Nope, nope, nope. You are not zipping at me that fast. Okay, come on. Give me money. I deserve it. I deserve so much money. Because I want to open up this goddamn golden chest. Maybe you'll have, like, burst fire or something for me. Now that'd be a hoot. Now that burst fire actually works, it never drops anymore. Whereas back when it was broken as hell, it always dropped. Also, I just realized I've got more scatter shot. Didn't realize. Must be firing 4 at a time. That's useful. And he blew up. Let's see, I've got 10 clusters of iron. We're actually in a really good position here, and we're almost. We're, I want to say, 2,500 away. Give or take, from Cycle 2, which is great. I'm hoping we get just a little bit further. Really, I'm just hoping we don't get blown up. How many books of secrets do I have? 13. That is pushing us further. Jalim, not Jalim. Okay. I don't know why. I just assumed it was a Eam. Maybe it's because it sounded, semi-Middle Eastern? I mean, so sue me for... Please don't actually sue me for making assumptions here that, I mean, A, it's not going to work out for anybody, but also just be weirdly inconvenient. Look at all these worms. Hello, wormies. Y'all gonna die. Y'all gonna die. Nicely enough, the explosions don't harm me, but yeah, no, it looks like the Vigor Beetle no longer is giving me health back. Oh, this is... I almost died. Oh, that was bad. That was really freaking bad. We managed to survive somehow, though. And I have the money now that the chest is gone, which is of course always the way things happen. Note to self: at this point in the game, the moment one of those big ass worms charges me, just go. It's not worth it. Okay, and oh hey, we got the Tesla coil. I don't actually know if the Tesla coil is any good or not. I'm just going to assume it as such. Those swords do a lot of damage. Trying to conserve my jumps here. I've got a lot of them, but it makes it a hell of a lot easier dodging this guy if I've got a bunch. Okay. That's also, you know, nice to stay full health here. Because the more health I have... Oh, shit. He actually could kill me in, like, 2 or 3 hits. There we go. Okay. We're still not dead yet. We've got to be very, very close to the next cycle. Ah! Cycle 2! Made it! I finally made it. Wow. Okay. Okay. Whew. That was... We almost died there, a la goddamn giant worm. But we made it. And I am happy about this. I believe this actually means I get, I believe this actually means I get a, golden shovel and a golden nail gun. Could be wrong, though. They might not have fixed it, or they might have changed the requirements or something. But this is actually officially the farthest I've ever gotten in this game, I believe. Usually I just get insta-gibbed by something. And, I mean, chances are I'm still going to get insta-gibbed by something because my main health bonus isn't working for some mysterious reason. Kind of a bit salty about that one. But, you know what? Whatever. I'm totally just happy to be here. As the shark of all things. I really was not expecting the shark to be the purveyor of my best run ever. Really, I think if I was going to have a best run ever, truly best run ever, it'll be Thorax, just because Thorax actually doesn't take a whole lot of damage. Like, he's got some kind of intrinsic damage reduction, I think, on top of having extra health. Could be wrong about that one, but it always feels like he takes peanuts damage-wise in comparison to everybody else. And I've never actually figured out why, but still. Let's see. So we've got some amount of money. Unfortunately, every time you go through a new cycle, you hit the first couple levels, and it's just like, yeah, there's just nothing. Like, there's nobody to fight, there's no money, anything like that. I don't even know. At least we have more. I mean, we have more than enough of pretty much everything. Okay, let's just buy poison vials. But I mean, it's pretty quick. It's pretty soon that we get underway. If I press T, does it summon the thing? No. Is it Y? Nope. I think T used to be the developer console summon the eyeball thing. I think they took that out, which is kind of a shame, because I would totally summon like a couple of big-ass eyeball things to blow up. But I think they have been since removed from the game. Close enough. Okay, so we've got poison aplenty. We've got a lot of things aplenty. If I can get Zephyr Horn in a shop fairly soon, I will be ecstatic. Oh. Either way, let's keep cycling through. And oddly enough, this is actually the best viewed thing of the night. Then again, a lot of people actually like this series for some reason. I'm actually a little bit surprised about that one. I actually asked for a copy of this game before it even came out, and the developers effectively just gave me complete silence. So it's like, okay, never mind. At this point, I've just kind of made a promise to myself that anytime a good-looking roguelike is coming out, or any game that I truly want to do a series on, even if they don't send me a copy, I will probably buy it anyway, now that I actually have some amount of disposable income. I didn't back in the let's see. But, No, they never sent me a copy, and I was just like, well, I don't know if I'm going to cover it then. And then just never got back around to it. And then eventually it was like, man, this game looks really, really fun. After somebody was like, ah, ha, that thing could have killed me in, like, one go. Wow. I don't think I could have jinxed myself any harder than that. That said, except for that one really ridiculous-ass arena run, this was by far my most powerful and best run ever. So effectively what happened is, I got onto the next level, and before I even could leave, could do anything, could even move, I was literally falling through the environment. You have no lateral movement there. A saw blade swung up and hit me in the face for 70-something damage, which was more than enough to murder me after getting hit by the saw blade on the previous one. I honestly kind of wish you had iframes for the up until you actually get into the level, because that's kind of a ridiculous thing. But yeah, no, it's a roguelike, you can't live happily ever after. But, thing to point out, way less money than usual, but then again, you know, they nerfed the money count pretty hard. 6,690 kills. Did 1.5 million damage, took 11,000 damage. I barely took any damage there. Though, then again, if you're talking about a dude that only has 200 health, at the very end maximum, well, that's a lot of, he could have died, I mean, it's 5 times over for 1,000, so 29 times? He could have died 29 times along the way there. Okay, but mainly 93-minute run. Ridiculous. Okay, so first I'm gonna check something. Are there golden guns in this game yet? Can I golden gun? Is there like, how do I golden gun? How do I golden gun? Damn it. There's no golden gun, is there? I'll have to look up how you get them at this point. Well, either way, I'll see you guys in the next episode of Cavern Kings. And as always, thanks for watching. Damn good run. A lot of fun. Apparently somebody took a screenshot of my face and I have to go take a look at it.